Hey guys, Operator7 here, bringing you the video review of the Fourscore FC-109. So this is a gun that's my second Fourscore so far, and the first one, I'll put the link on the description to the video, was the M4 Spectre. It was a full polymer gun, so it was my very first Fourscore gun. This one is an M4 platform gun, and it's not polymer, so the whole gun is basically made out of metal alloy or steel, which is really great, except for, of course, the pistol grip. And I can tell you it is a very nice looking and very well built gun. So for the price that it comes at, around 180 euros, that would be around 150-60 pounds, it is a very solid gun. Very well built, and it comes with definitely some very interesting features, and I'll run you through the gun quite fast. So first of all, as you can see, it does come with a telescopic rod-like stock. It is quite easy to use. The whole stock is very sturdy. This is all metal. This is a piece of metal, a block of metal. Really sturdy, solid. And then you have the rod, and in order to, this is the fully collapsed position, and then you have a button which you press, and then you can bring it back. So you had the fully collapsed. This is kind of the middle ground position, or the middle position, and then you have the fully extended position. There you go. It kind of gives you some more distance to the gun. Really nice to run, you know, in more open environments. Of course, this is mainly a CQB gun. You don't want to run this one in, you know, very big outdoor sites. As you can see, it is very short and compact, so basically a good CQB gun. You can, of course, upgrade it and get you know, a longer rail. This rail in specific, it is only 22 millimeters long, so it is quite short, and the inner barrel has 170 millimeters, so it's not a lot, and it has a very cool, very nice suppressor here. Also very solid metal suppressor. Okay, and then you just, it's a counterclockwise suppressor. It's got these very nice, very cool looking holes in the front. Very cool suppressor. And here you can see the inner barrel. So it's not a very long inner barrel, so it is quite accurate indoors, and it does shoot around 320 FPS, which is really good for indoors. But outdoors, especially in, you know, bigger venues, bigger sites, it doesn't have the range to compete against other guns. So, but for indoors, this is a great piece of kit, a great piece of gun, a great gun. As you can see, it has laser engravings, the Navy SEAL logo there, Navy SEAL Team Fourscore. It says Fourscore again here at the back near the fire selector. And one nice feature which I really love is the you know, the ergonomic trigger guard. Also love the pistol grip. It is a bit more, you know, a bit fatter, or a bit, not fatter, but a bit you know, wider than usual, but it is very nice to run, very ergonomic as well, comfortable, cool. It has a couple of QD mounts on the back. It comes with metal sights on the back, fully adjustable, windage and elevation, and on the front as well, as you can see. Really nice. Metal, all of the whole sight is made of metal. And then it comes also with a pack box. This is a plastic. This is the other bit which isn't metal. It is a plastic pack box where you would fit the stock battery, which is this one. So you would probably fit the battery like so. There you go. So this is basically, this is a NIM battery, 12 milliamp, and it's only 8.4. So I really recommend getting 7.4 LiPo or something, you know, a bit more powerful, because I think the gun has a lot more to offer than this battery can give you. And it also, of course it is front wired, as you can see, there you go. It is front wired, but I think with all this stock going on out in the back, and then you can unscrew this cap here, as you can see, you can unscrew this cap there. I think you'll gain by getting the wiring from the, if you're techie, you can get the wiring to the back and then plug one of these LiPo or a Life battery. As you can see, it's more than enough to run one of these. The stock is quite long, I would say. So yeah, basically I think the gun is quite cool, but I would just really wire it to the back. And it has a functional, functional bolt. It doesn't have a bolt catch. Here's the hop-up unit. So it is a metal hop-up unit with these white plastic wheels. It adjusts quite well, so really nice. There are some bits and pieces of this gun which are steel, actually. According to Fourscore, the magazine is steel, and there are some other bits and pieces of the gun which are actually steel, but most of it's a metal alloy. Apart from that, in terms externally, it is very solid, very well built. I really like the finish and the build quality of the gun. Quite heavy, even to hold with just one hand, it is quite heavy, so it adds to the realism. It's really nice, really rugged, and I really enjoy running this gun. Overall, I really enjoyed running this gun. It does have, I mean, in terms of the battery and the way that it's wired, for me, it's something I would change. I would probably also replace the motor for a high torque motor, and I would definitely not run an EM 8.4. I would probably use I would say a Life 9.9 or an 11.1, because the gearbox, it has metal gears, and it would take that beating, and performing the way it is, it's a brilliant gun for CQB environment. Okay guys, let's take a look at the chrono of this gun then. Okay guys, let's look at the chrono of the Fourscore FC-109. I'm gonna start with the stock battery. So it's an EM 8.4 volt, and let's see how many FPS can we get out of this gun. So we can get around 340 FPS, and let's see now in terms of rounds per second, how many rounds per second can we get with the stock battery again. Okay, so I think it's safe to say that we can get 10 and a half rounds per second. Now let me just change the battery to Life battery and see how does the gun perform, because I really think that this battery that they've included is really it's not the best one for this gun. Now let's see with the battery. With the Life 9.9 volt, and I'm using, of course, 2.2 gram BBs, 0.2 gram BBs. Okay, so we get almost 14 rounds per second. That's a great, good increase. You can see that the gun is very responsive in terms of the rate of fire now. And now I'm going to try the a LiPo 11.1 LiPo there. Let's see how many rounds per second can we get with an 11.1 LiPo battery. Okay, and it's pretty much very consistent. We can get around 16 rounds per second, so the gun shoots quite consistently. It does have quite a very short barrel, as I've mentioned. It's about 170 millimeters only in terms of length. You might want to replace this with I would say a precision barrel, but it does shoot quite accurately, very accurately indoors. Again, this is not an outdoors gun, this is mainly a CQB gun. Gearbox wise, it has full metal gears. It comes with also with the spring guide is metal, and most of the components are really good quality. It comes also with 8mm bushings, so as you can see, the performance of the gun is very nice, even with, especially when you add a more powerful battery to it. So it's really good for playing indoors, as it is a very easy gun to maneuver, very good looking gun. Again, the only thing I think I would change about this gun is really wiring it to the back and using this very long buffer tube in order to be able to have, rock a longer battery, such as the batteries I've just shown you, the stick batteries, the 11.1 volt LiPo or the Life 9.9. So apart from that, the gun is very solid, rock solid really, very well built, and this is being my first M4 replica from Fourscore. I think I'm very pleased with it. It's very nice. Okay guys, Operator 7 out. Thanks for watching.